All right, here we are once again, day 2, session number 1, talking about movement and the power of being able to move, the power of knowing that the movement that you're creating in your body is creating energy that infects and affects your entire life, your relationships, your ability to make money, your ability to be in a healthy work environment, your ability to contribute to a healthy relationship or a healthy work environment. Okay? So, movement. There's a lot of people, you might be one of them, who's been hanging out on the couch and thinks that movement is from the kitchen to the couch, or getting excited about a ball game and kind of stepping up and moving your body a little bit as you're clapping or cheering your team on. That's not really movement. And I just want to create a little slice of credibility here. I am someone who is incredibly active. I'm also someone who used to smoke a pack and a half of cigarettes a day. All right. I am someone who used to love to pollute my body with anything I could get my hands on. No problem, no questions asked. So, how did I get from being a polluted well or vessel to being healthy, to moving a lot, to being active, to looking good? I started with a first step. I started moving what I could as much as I could, as much as I wanted to, as much as I desired, as much as I was capable of. So when I was still smoking, I would go to the gym. I do level 1 Stairmaster for 10 minutes. Do you know what that's like? That's like pedaling like this. It's the slowest thing ever. You don't think that you're you don't think you're burning that many calories, but you are, because you're moving. And it's about the willingness. And from that little bit of willingness, a little more grows, and then a little more grows. And then I was willing to do 20 minutes, and then I was willing to up the level. And then I was willing to try the bike or the rowing machine, and then I was willing to try to run. And then I went back to school and I became an athlete. And it was all baby steps, because that's all that you can do. If that's all you can do, that's all you should do. That's all you need to do. Because the fact is that you're sitting in this thing called your body, which should be healthy and strong and capable. And I'm not talking in any way, shape, or form about having a perfect body. I mean, some of us are like, oh, body positivity, and I don't want to be fat, or don't call me fat. We're not talking about being fat here. We're talking about being healthy, right? There are people who are bigger by nature. It's not about it being a twiggy model. I personally happen to find the little dad bod sexy. I don't want to sleep with a guy who's got 6-pack abs if I don't. No, I like a little pouch, right? A little idea in there that he's been living well, right? That's okay. None of this is about perfection. It's about progress. It's about willingness. It's about little things that you could do to get yourself back into the stream of life. Because if you don't have power in your body, you're not going to have power in your life. If you don't take care of numero uno, if you don't have a sense of how you're healthy and powerful in the way that your heart pumps, in the way that your eyes work, in the way that your feet move, in the way that your lungs breathe, you're not going to be able to take any energy into anything else that you're trying to do, and you will therefore be lacking and unsuccessful. It is a given. It is a physical equation. It can be proven scientifically, ethereally, in so many different ways. So, what is the point? The point is to get up and move your body. Walk, do yoga. Go out instead of, like, right now it's lunchtime, right? Instead of going and eating a Big Mac or something else that's really unhealthy, go for a walk with your friends. Eat a salad. Or if you're still kind of in a maybe food addicted pattern of eating and you don't really know anything about nutrition or how to eat and you're craving that Big Mac, why don't you walk to the McDonald's? And I'm not trying to put down McDonald's here. Walk to the fast food restaurant and actually walk back. Do what little bit you can do. I used to tell my father was a man who was incredibly fat, and he'll admit it, and that's why I'm saying that. He had heart problems, he was diabetic, high blood pressure, all that kind of stuff. I said, Dad, here's what you do. You don't have to change your whole life, but if you want to make progress, do 3 things. Drink more water, move more, and eat more green stuff. That's it. Even if you continued all your other habits and you did those 3 things, that would help you. Because you need to understand how to take care of your body so that you can move it, how to actually increase the energy. Because of course, if you don't have any energy, you're not going to want to do anything. TV is going to look like the best option. You're not going to want to go anywhere, and then you're going to feel depressed, and you're going to be stuck in your apartment, and then you're going to have your favorite show that you watch, and then you can start eating potato chips while you're watching your favorite show. Think about what you do when you're stuck in your apartment. Think about the past couple of years and how many hours you spent stuck in the place that you live, not doing much of anything. And then ask yourself why you're surprised that you're depressed or anxious or stressed, right? So right now, I'm just trying to lighten the load here. I'm trying to create an atmosphere where we understand that we need to get back to life, not to a former life, not to a different life than we had before per se, but to a better life. And maybe we're not going back to it, maybe we're going forward because we've never really had the life that we want, right? And you have to start building it from where you're at. So this is the deal. Power of movement. Start with the first step. Start walking to the restaurant. Start parking further away. Start picking your body up and just going downstairs to get the mail, or instead of having one of your kids do it. Take a bike or walk anytime you can to the grocery store or basic errands instead of the car. I mean, it's not only good for you and your body, it's also good for the environment. So anyway, the power of movement, that's what we're talking about today. I'm glad you were able to join. I hope that you got something out of this. I'll be talking more about power, purpose, love, work. And today we're talking about movement because I moved today and I feel good about myself. And I think better things are going to come from that for both me and you. So stay tuned. Have a great day.